We're now getting some exclusive news break. We are learning that Pakistan has conducted airstrikes in the Tira Valley of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Officials say that at least 30 people have been killed in these strikes. The target, we're told, was TTP affiliates. However, locals claim that women and children have also been targeted. As per top intel sources, they've also informed us that the use of precision LS-6 glide bombs against a civilian settlement proves intent, not collateral damage, and this is nothing but violation of international humanitarian law. Furthermore, strikes are also reflective of the fact that a systemic campaign against Pashtun populations have been done by Pakistan establishment. In a parallel development, we're also learning that the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that to attack Pakistan by Kashmir. This is the latest that we are picking up. Pakistan establishment striking a civilian establishment there in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Women and children have been part of the target. Many people have been killed. My colleague Anand Narsimhan is joining us with the latest there. Anand, what explains this attack and what really has happened here?
More importantly, they claim it to be a crackdown against the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, but what they have done is targeted a civilian area. When you're using precision strike bombs, then what is the need to strike a civilian area in your own territory? Now, this is all Pakistan. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa area is supposed to be Pakistan. The local Akhakhel tribes in Tira, they are very, very upset. The elders are very, very upset. In fact, what they have said is 30 women, children have been also killed or exterminated by the Pakistani forces. What they are now saying is that they will give a fair burial to the women, but the children, and also women and the children, but the men who have died, they are not going to bury them. They are going to actually take these bodies and place it in front of the Corps Commander's residence there in that region. They are very, very upset. The tribes are very upset. This is a restive tribal belt. There is not too much of government control that is exercised in these tribal areas. But these kind of precision strikes, and that too China-made L6 bombs which are being used, this is only going to further fuel the unrest within the Pashtuns. The Pashtun Talaffuz movement, or the PTM, was a huge student uprising that troubled the army and also the civilian governments in the past. The Pashtuns have been slowly even talking about Pakhtunistan. The other part is the Durand line. Pakistan trying to underline this Durand line with Afghanistan, whereas a lot of these tribes believe that those lands belong to them and there should be no borders. This is also going to further fuel unrest and displeasure with the Pakistani military in this region. We have to wait and watch how the tribes and the elders respond, but they are very, very upset that civilian establishments, civilian areas have been targeted by Pakistani forces itself. They are all also residents of Pakistan, these tribes and these people, and it's the Pakistan establishment using precision bombs. If you have precision bombs, why is it that women and children are killed? This is actually a civilian massacre which is being masqueraded as a terror strike or a counter-terror strike. That's the argument that's come forth.
Absolutely. Social media, Anand, is abuzz that this is nothing short of an ethnic cleansing, and the fact that there is a China involvement. You're rightfully talking about the L6 glide bombs, precision strikes, which have been supplied by China. So again, that connection has come to fore, and the activists are not stopping at that. They're talking about the ethnic cleansing that has been carried out by the Pakistani forces.
See, this FATA region, there has been a huge question mark, even with the recent policy of the government to send back Afghans who for long had been residing in Pakistan, plying their wares, and millions of Afghans were displaced and forcefully sent back. There are certain regions that are also being cleared for China's CPEC corridor and also for the road progressions, and there is an ethnic and a demographic cleansing that is being undertaken. More importantly, along with the L6 glide bombs, China-made JF-17 jets were actually used. So the open sanction for a civilian massacre by the Chinese administration and the China's hand behind orchestrating this massacre is also evident, and these will also further raise questions. More importantly, the tribals will become very, very restive. There is going to be a retaliation In what form that manifests, we have to wait and watch. But Pakistan, like they have done in Balochistan, now in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or the Pakhtunistan region, they are again resorting to civilian massacres. In Balochistan, they used helicopters, firing via the helicopters at innocent civilians. Women and children were killed in broad daylight and, in cold blood. And here they are using precision bombs which are supposed to be used for targeted killings at civilian establishments, and women, children are also dying along with so-called terrorists. Now, this is a civilian establishment. Look at the pictures that we have accessed, courtesy Manoj Kumar Gupta. This is a civilian area altogether. And there are huge amounts of protests. They are saying we are not going to bury the menfolk who have died here. We're going to put those bodies outside the Corps Commander, and we need an explanation and an answer for what has prompted this.
China is very much a party to this, and that raises the accountability question, Anand. But talking about the casualty figures, we so far are learning of 30. That includes women and children. Could the number go higher? Because there are several eyewitness accounts that speak about how homes have been flattened. There has been a massive blast that's taken place.
Yes, because there have been precision strikes. This is a civilian area. So there are buildings that are flattened, livestock has been killed, women, children are dead. 30 is a very conservative number. This number could be far greater, is what many are saying. And this entire settlement, it looks like it's just cold-blooded massacre. Civilian massacre in Pakistani territory by the Pakistani military on people who are supposed to be Pakistani nationals. This is something which is being highlighted, and the equipment used is all Chinese. And this is an area which the Chinese have also been targeting because they want their roads, the connectivity from their CPEC project to the Gwadar port. So from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and this region further down towards Balochistan, and that's where the Gwadar port is. So many questions are going to be raised on the role of the Pakistani military and the number of people, civilians that they are clearing. Now, do they want, on the garb of Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, did they want to flatten this entire area and rid it of any population so that the Chinese could move in along with their engineers and teams and try and displace the locals and take control of this region? We have to wait and watch if there is merit to that argument. But this is something which the Pakistan military has resorted to in the past too. They have done this with the Baloch and they are now doing it with the Pashtuns.
Right, Anand, thank you so much for that perspective. This is going to risk further escalation, a lot of unrest. Like Anand was mentioning, the people are refusing to even bury the dead. And that is where that tribal unrest really stems from. We will keep an eye on this big story that is coming out